Deuteronomy 16, the Passover Feast. Celebrate the Passover feast of the Lord your God in the month of Abib. In that month he brought you out of Egypt at night. Sacrifice an animal from your flock or herd. It is a Passover sacrifice in honor of the Lord your God. Sacrifice it at the special place the Lord will choose. He will put his name there. Don't eat the animal along with bread that is made with yeast. Instead, for 7 days eat bread that is made without yeast. It's the bread that reminds you of how much you suffered. Remember that you left Egypt in a hurry. Remember all the days of your life. Don't forget the day you left Egypt. Don't keep any yeast anywhere in your land for 7 days. Don't let any of the meat you sacrifice on the evening of the first day be left over until the next morning. You must not sacrifice the Passover animal in any town the Lord your God is giving you. Sacrifice it only in the special place he will choose with his name. Sacrifice it there in the evening when the sun goes down. Do it on the same day every year. Be sure it's the day you left Egypt. Cook it and eat it. Do it at the place the Lord your God will choose. Then in the morning return to your tents. For 6 days eat bread that is made without yeast. On the 7th day come together for a service in honor of the Lord your God. Don't do any work. The Feast of Weeks. Count off 7 weeks from the time you began to cut your grain in the field. Then celebrate the Feast of Weeks in honor of the Lord your God. Give anything you choose to give as an offering. Do it in keeping with the blessings the Lord has given you. Be filled with joy in the sight of the Lord your God. Be joyful at the special place he will choose for his name. You, your children, and your male and female servants should be joyful. So should the Levites who are living in your towns. So should the outsiders and widows who are living among you. And so should the children whose fathers have died. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt. Be careful to obey the rules I'm giving you. The Feast of Booths. Gather the grain from your threshing floors. Take the fresh wine from your wine presses. Then celebrate the Feast of Booths for 7 days. Be filled with joy at your feast. You, your children, and your male and female servants should be joyful. So should the Levites, the outsiders, the widows who are living in your towns. And so should the children whose fathers have died. For 7 days celebrate the feast in honor of the Lord your God. Do it at the place he will choose. The Lord will bless you when you gather all of your crops. He will bless you in everything you do, and you will be full of joy. All of your men must appear in front of the Lord your God at the holy tent. They must go to the place he will choose. They must do it 3 times a year. They must go there to celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Weeks, and the Feast of Booths. No man should appear in front of the Lord without bringing something with him. Each of you must bring a gift. Do it in keeping with the way the Lord your God has blessed you. Appoint judges and officials. Appoint judges and officials for each of your tribes. Do it in every town the Lord your God is giving you. They must judge the people fairly. Do what is right. Treat everyone the same. Don't take money from people who want special favors. It makes those who are wise close their eyes to the truth. It twists the words of those who do what is right. Follow only what is right. If you do, you will live. You will take over the land the Lord your God is giving you. Don't worship other gods. Don't set up a wooden pole that is used to worship the goddess Asherah. Don't set it up beside the altar you build to worship the Lord your God. Don't set up a sacred stone to honor another god. The Lord your God hates Asherah poles and sacred stones.